down. I don't know about you, Naz. I think I'd take the over 49 here tonight. I don't know if they can do that again, but we should be in for a great matchup here in Huntsville.
Yeah, it really is. You know, you talk about styles making just great games, and they're so different in how they find success, but both great at what they do.
Powell catches, fires, that one rattles out. As much as you talk about Woolley, you have to talk about Simeon Cottle, second team All-Conference USA.
Yeah, it is literally a two-headed scoring monster when you're putting those two guys together.
The Aggies, 10-8 in the conference this year. They lost their final regular season game at Sam Houston. They go inside to Filipovic. They'll swing it around. A team that isn't real dynamic from beyond the arc, but on this possession, Deontay Bosick gets to the rim for the first bucket of the ball game. Kennesaw State, those last two games, you could argue maybe no better back-to-back wins for any program in the conference than at Liberty, at Jack State. Two victories to close out the regular season for KSU. They're riding high coming into this tourney.
Yeah, two road wins against the current 1 and 2 seeds. Man, you got to feel good about, you know, what momentum and confidence that they bring coming into this tournament.
We talked about all the freshmen on their roster. They do not play like freshmen, certainly not at this point in the season. Munga gets it to Filipovic. He's surrounded. The ball poked free and taken by the Owls. Cottle puts his head down as it's stripped and gets the whistle. So Simeon Cottle will get himself to the free throw line. Try to put the Owls on the board here early.
Yeah, you saw that. They took the turnover and sped up the pace. Get the ball in Cottle's hands, and he can go right to the rack for the foul.
That foul called on Christian Cook. Cottle, the junior, scored his 1,000th career point back in February.
It'd be interesting. It's not to say that they play so fast up and down. They're good on the half court. They can pull it out and run some half court offense, but they also have the capability and find success too, pushing the pace a little bit.
Well, they've got the athletes to do it.
Absolutely.
Cottle gets one of two. A little pressure being shown here by Delaney. Hurd on the inbound. He'll drop back now.
Yeah, Hurd getting the start the last couple games. Probably a lot of that is just his hard-nosed defense.
Filipovic, he'll run a lot of their offense through him.
Yes. That's why I highlighted him. I mean, he puts up good numbers, but he makes the offense flow and just run really smooth.
Christian Cook stops, pops, can't hit. Rebound to Woolley. He wants to push the tempo. Good job by New Mexico State getting back. Cottle now has a gap, drives, lost the handle, out of bounds back to the Aggies. Cottle asking for a foul call, didn't get it. There's one thing we know, Naz, after the last couple of days here in Huntsville, you have to earn those whistles.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you know, both these teams, it's really interesting. They've not played in like 4 days.
So, right, which seems like an eternity compared to everybody else that has already played in this tournament.
Yeah, so just kind of knocking the rust off a little, I think will be an issue.
Bosick looking for help, kicks it out. Jackson pulls up from the elbow, too strong. Pulling down that rebound. Another freshman, Braden Luke. Guy doesn't get as much recognition, but he was also on the Conference USA all-freshman team.
Yeah, for sure. He gets a little overshadowed by the scoring of Cottle and Woolley, but Lou, a really good player.
Gordon puts it up, couldn't connect. Ronji Gordon coming off a career-high 25 points his last time out. So a slow start offensively for Kennesaw State, kind of playing right into the hands of that New Mexico State defense. That shot denied, and then did it go off the leg of Filipovic? It did.
Yeah, Filipovic, nice spin move. He tried to kind of scoop it underneath, but Ronji Gordon blocked it and blocked it off of Filipovic's leg.
Adrian Woolley, you're watching one of not just the best freshmen in this conference, but one of the best in the entire nation. And there he draws the foul. Woolley, a freshman All-American.
Yeah, he's amazing. I mean, you see what he does with his points and rebounds, but the percentage, I mean, he's 51% from the floor, 41% from three. great athleticism. I love his wingspan, and again, he gets a lot of attention for his scoring, but he gets after it on the defensive end.
Well, here's a stat for you, Naz. He's only one of 2 freshmen in the country to lead his team in scoring and field goal percentage. You know the other one? Cooper Flag. He's kind of a big deal.
I think I heard of him.
Yeah, kind of a big deal. And Woolley right there with him as you take a look at some of his accolades this year and what he's been able to do.
And again, to have a coach like Antoine Petway, who's played that position at a very high level, very successful level, a great guy to learn from.
Danny Hurd runs into Filipovic, picks up the foul. Yeah, it's great talking to Antoine Petway today. I mean, that guy just exudes energy, enthusiasm. You see it bleeds over to his team. This, of course, the first Conference USA Championship appearance for Kennesaw State as they just joined the league this year. Filipovic on the wing, fires a 3. That's left short. 2-2 ball game, just under 16 and a half to go here in half number 1. Hurd gets that one to Gordon, kicks it out. Open 3 from the wing, goes down. Great extra pass to find Braden Liu for the triple. As we'll have a minute, let's get to the keys.
Hey, for New Mexico State, make it a grind. If that means shorten the game, long possessions, slow the pace down whenever you can. Try to just make it an ugly rock fight, as they say. And for Kennesaw State, limit turnovers. They're 9th in the conference in turnover margin. Sometimes they cause turnovers, but they do not want to do it to themselves. No self-inflicted wounds. They got to protect the ball.
Cottle throws up a wild shot. First conference tournament or their 4th, it doesn't matter. They've got some athletes that can go.
That's for sure. Although Coach Petway's got to feel like I'm kind of set for a couple years.
Yeah, right.
I got brought in the right guys.
Keep this core together.
That's the big question. Easier said than done these days, but yeah, he found some really good ones, and they are playing their best basketball at the right time.
Out to a 5-point advantage. All right, on this end, Naz, New Mexico State, not many clean looks. What do you want to see offensively?
Well, again, long possessions. You know, you want to shorten this game. It's what they do best, just work for a great shot. You know, they got guys that late in possessions can go create stuff, you know, or if you can get Christian Cook spotted up or some other guys that can go off the dribble.
Abe Pickens in there right now. He has the basketball. And Cook, he can score on this team. A guy that can get hot in a hurry. They need that here.
I just don't think you want to get in a running match with Kennesaw. So if it's long possessions and you only get one good one, you got to settle for that.
Another empty possession for the Aggies. Hurd in the corner, going to put it on the deck. Gets it. Woolley, 3-ball, rims out. Boy, a clean look for Adrian Woolley. New Mexico State dodges a bullet. On the wing, a 3-ball, up and in.
Wow.
That's Robert Carpenter shooting with some confidence as he comes off the bench to knock down the triple. This is not a team I mentioned that shoots it very well from 3. Cook can, and Carpenter is really the other guy that shoots it pretty well, just under 30%.
Yeah, he showed you right there. One pass into possession and stuck one.
That 3 a little long, fight for the rebound. They continue to battle, and somehow Pickens comes out of the traffic with it.
Yeah, if you're New Mexico State, you got to get all 5 guys on the glass because Kennesaw State
rises to the occasion. We've seen it in many of these games. Thinking back to that FIU upset. Perhaps this is Robert Carpenter's night.
Yeah, and again, you talk about those seniors. They know the end is near, and they don't want it to be tonight.
Cottle handles the basketball. A whistle. Foul going to be called on New Mexico State. Look at Jason Hoop. Both these coaches in their second year at the helm of their programs.
No,
actually, they got one. Yeah, no, they got it on the Owls, didn't they?
Yeah, legal screen or moving screen a little bit.
Got that one on Liu. What a job, though, by Jason Hoop. Remember when he took over this program last year?
Yeah.
It was a fan. I think even Aggie fan. It was in shambles. It was in a tough place Boot takes it over.
Complete rebuild.
Throws a roster together. We talked to him at this tournament a year ago. He said, just wait till we get going. Just wait until Robert Carpenter gets hot.
He's gotten going for sure. 3 threes. They got to get out there on him.
This is a rebuilt Aggie squad that had a really good season.
Yeah.
They're the early part of the year. They were in first place for a while.
Yeah, started off really hot, but like everybody went through a little down period. Everybody sort of had their rises and falls throughout the course of a long, grueling Conference USA season. But again, they kind of found themselves coming into this tournament too.
Pickens gets it. Carpenter, deep three. Oh, he almost got the friendly roll. Now the long rebound chased down by Chimanga.
He's got the mismatch.
Back his way in, up the left hand, and Nate Chimanga gets his first points of the night.
With the loose ball, Woolley ended up on Chimanga. He recognizes it, takes it right over the top for 2.
These offenses starting to kind of find their footing a little bit here. Last couple minutes. That one picked off, stolen by Osborne, and he'll draw the foul.
Yeah, that started with a really nice hedge and trap. And Cottle has to sort of lob it out of there to get it over Chimanga's hands. And Osborne read it, picked it off, took it down for a foul.
Well, that was something talking to Antoine Petway. What did he say about the last match? 5 ball turnovers killed us. Said we cannot turn the ball over and give them a chance to take it the other direction.
Yeah, I mentioned that in their open as their key. They got to take care of the ball. They're 9th in turnover margin in the conference. So, again, a group that can cut some and get some runouts, but sometimes shoot themselves in the foot when they get careless with the basketball.
A free throw coming. Osborne, freshman out of Missouri City, Texas. Gets 1 and 2. 5-point lead for New Mexico State. 12.5 to go here in half number 1 of this Conference USA quarterfinal. The winner will get the 1 seed Liberty tomorrow. Now the steal taken away. Pickens lays it up and in. This Aggie defense starting to create some turnovers.
Yeah, I mean they're tough on the half court, but they can also get out, cause pressure. That time, great steal and run out, strong finish.
Cottle takes the handoff. Kicks Woolley open from the wing. Launches. Can't hit the 3. Carpenter pulls down the rebound. And here in the early going, New Mexico State with a chance to stretch their lead a little bit. Kennesaw State just 2 of 8 from the field to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, now Woolley will get going. His 2 looks from 3 were wide open. Good looks. If they keep getting them, I know those will start to fall.
Dribbles right into the last 3+ minutes. Trying to add to that. The drive in the flush.
Wow.
Nate Chimanga takes it to the rack.
Yeah, he just kind of released to get the ball in bounds. Nobody picked him up. Straight pass to the rim. Big time dunk by Chimanga.
Could not ask for a better start if you're an Aggie fan right now. Another 3. That's way off the mark. Right now, 1 of 6 from 3-point range for Kennesaw State. Are they settling a little bit now from 3?
I think so. I'd like to see them work the ball around and then get some penetration right now. They're getting 3s, but Matt, it's not really their forte. They're certainly capable, but they're way better off the dribble. I'd like to see Woolley or Cottle take one off the bounce.
But Chimanga had another dunk if he could have held on to that basketball. Instead, Woolley on the move. Nearly lost the handle. Ronji Gordon will line one up. That doesn't go. Offensive rebound for Kennesaw State. They'll get another opportunity. Cottle, the flyby. Now looking for help. Passes it off. The layup up and in as Kennesaw State gets the bucket.
Yeah, I think that's more than penetrate the pass. But that was made possible by another thing they do really well, and that's crash the offensive glass.
That's right. Kennesaw State, one of the better offensive rebounding teams in this league. Interestingly enough, the last 2 matchups between these teams, New Mexico State won the rebound battle in both. Chimanga. Oh my! He was absolutely decked goodness. Ranji Gordon just depleted him as he took it to the rim.
Yeah, full head of steam by Shimanga. Man, Ranji Gordon played for the Falcons.
Yeah,
That's a good tackle right there. Good thing nobody's hurt. That's the most important thing.
So Shimanga to the stripe. Nate, senior. His brother Emmanuel, also on the team. That free throw off the mark. Shimanga's an interesting story.
Yeah.
6 siblings. All 6 played D1 basketball, both the men's and women's side.
Yeah, Coach Hooten just raves about these guys. Just great kids. Great players in their own right. Got one who wanted to play with his brother.
Why not?
Said, come on.
Nate transferred in from Utah Valley. He's missing both free throws. 7-point advantage, 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Mexico State has played really well here early on both ends of the floor. Now the drive from Lou, the kick out, they'll swing it. Sherman got the bucket a moment ago, goes right through Filipovic, couldn't convert, got his own miss, laid it up and in. Sheer determination from Franquan Sherman.
Yeah, he sensed he could back Filipovic down. He did exactly that, stayed with it.
Jackson crossover. And it ends up being, stepping on the end line. Kennesaw State looked like they had the steal. There's that bucket a moment ago from the sophomore.
Yeah, just Sherman just stayed with it. We talked about their offensive rebounding. Man, that's just guts right there. Good finish by Sherman.
Kind of a quiet night so far for Filipovic. Kennesaw State's done a pretty good job on him thus far.
Yeah, same thing. It kept Cook in check as well.
Filipovic handles the basketball now. Transfer from Maine. Hands off. Cook going to put it on the deck. Gets to the free throw line. Rises up. Missed everything.
Yeah, I don't know if Lou got a little piece of that, but good defense nonetheless by the Owls.
Free ball, top of the key. Doesn't fall. Batted out. And it will go the other way. Jason Hooten is letting Christian Cook have it. I don't think he liked the way that possession ended last time they were on the offensive end of the floor.
That was kind of a bailout shot. You know, I'm sure Coach Hooten is, we got to put pressure on the defense, make it hard, be hard to guard.
Daniel Chimanga in the ball game now. Hands off to Filipovic. Spins, running into traffic, and a whistle. A foul is going to be called on Kennesaw State. They were begging for a walk.
Yeah.
Don't get it.
Or a jump ball. I don't know if somebody had him on the wrist, maybe.
Filipovic, he likes that spin, right?
Yeah.
You get to the elbow, spin back to the middle. That foul called on Sherman. Free throw off the mark. New Mexico State now 1 of 5 from the free throw line to begin this ball game. Filipovic, third-team All-Conference USA. Last season, he led Maine in both points and rebounding.
Yeah, just really, really versatile and a guy that can embraces kind of doing the little things and doing some of the dirty work, but got to hit free throws.
Open three, off the mark. The struggles continue from beyond the arc for Kennesaw State. Just 1 of 8 now on three-point attempts. Oh, and the block from behind. That was Deontay Bostic that swats it out of bounds.
Yeah, they're not hitting from beyond the arc, but they just keep raving about the way they go to the offensive glass. They just keep getting themselves more possession.
Fowler in the corner will dribble it out. Using the screen. Gets it to Lou. Puts it on the deck. And that one denied. Chimanga came over and rejected it. Kennesaw State keeps it. Cowell fires the three. Off the mark, and Filipovic pulls the board. Weaving through traffic, and a foul going to go against Kennesaw State. It's going to to be the 16th foul on the Owls.
Yeah, and I don't think Kennesaw was ready for Filipovic to push the ball that hard. He kind of got right in there to the paint, and that was Caw's problem. All they do is kind of grab him and foul him to slow him down.
That's the second on Fraquan Sherman, so he'll have a seat. Filipovic drives, pump fake, got a man in the air, couldn't convert. A little help came over and got a piece of that one. Cottle quickly the other way. No whistle, and they're going to count it.
Yeah.
Say a goaltend.
Yeah, I think that hit the glass first before the block, so even though it was kind of below the rim, I think that's a good call.
So a 4-point game after Cottle gets the bucket. He has 5 points here in the early going.
Yeah, that was good decision to kind of push the ball. Threes weren't falling. Good decision by Cottle. Make something happen.
Filipovic again gets 2 feet in the paint, tries to power it up, does. Bucket and the foul.
Man, he's going
trying to make it a 3-point play. And the free throw struggles continue. Now 2 for 7 from the line.
And that's unfortunate. I mean, this game is a low-scoring game, grinding kind of game. Free throws are always big, let alone in a game like this.
Woolley cut off, kicks it out. Ronji Gordon thinking about a 3. Can't hit. The struggles continue. They are 1 for 11 from 3. Meanwhile, they're shooting 50% on 2.
Yeah, I mean, and they got guys that can go to the hole. I'd love to see them just put more penetration. Get more penetration for shots, not those threes.
Dottie Jackson thought that ball was poked free. They say, nope, you were the last to touch it. So they give it back to the Owls. Well, in their last ball game of the regular season, Kennesaw State went 9 of 15 beyond the arc in the second half to come back and beat Jack State. Maybe some lingering effects from that.
Yeah. That may be a little fool's gold, thinking that that's us. It's, again, now and then, yes, but they are at their best, moving the ball, finding seams, and penetrating.
Mid-range jumper is pure from Dottie Jackson. The senior gets his first bucket of the ball game. The lead stretches to 8.
Dottie gets one of my gold stars for a mid-range jumper.
That's right. You're on the all Paul Nazigan team. As the whistle goes against the Aggies. I'm with you, Naz. You've got guys that can penetrate. We've seen it this year. You think back to some of those recent wins. You think about at Liberty in the second half of that ball game. It wasn't the 3, it was the penetration from the Cottles and the Woolies that really got them going and helped them win that ball game.
Yeah, move the ball around. You don't just, one pass and penetrate. You got to move the ball around, get that defense shifting. Maybe you can create a switch and find a mismatch.
Wholesale changes now for New Mexico State. One more free throw coming for Cottle. Cottle's had success in tournament settings. You go back a couple of years. He was on that team for Kennesaw State that won the A-Sun championship and punched its ticket to the NCAA tournament. Trying to lead these young guys to a tournament victory here today. Got some work to do. Carpenter at the hot hand early in this ball game. Gives it up. Carpenter with 3 threes coming in off the bench. Now fading away in the lane. That rims off. The rebound taken for Kennesaw's Cottle on the move. Extra pass. 3-ball up, and that one is pure. Ricardo Wright gets it to fall. The second 3 of the ball game for the Owls, and they cut that deficit to 4.
Yeah, Cottle pushed it, passed to Woolley, and Wright had some few seconds to get over there, find his spot, catch in rhythm. Nice shot by Wright.
Chimanga. Oh, how about the soft touch from the big man? 6'10" senior Nate Chimanga. He has 6 points. Only averages 2.6 a ball game. Already 6 here today.
Yeah, Pickens drew the defense. Nice little pop by Chimanga.
And a lot of contact out there. That one's going to go against Christian Cook. That's his second foul. There you go, Naz. They push the tempo a little bit, find the open 3.
Yet again, that's a lot different than kind of rushing a three and you know, you hit one, you know, I still stand by my statement. I'd like to see him work the ball around, try to get an advantage, turn a corner off the dribble.
The three. Naz, you can only stand by it for so long if they keep shooting this way.
That's right.
Braden Lou's second of the ball game. So back-to-back threes, and we have a 3-point game. Pickens gets it to the wing. Carpenter, a contested three-point attempt. No. And it'll go back to the Owls. So a quick trigger on the offensive end for Carpenter, and Kennesaw State will have a chance to tie this one up on this possession.
They need to shoot a three. That's what they need.
It's suddenly team three-pointer.
Hey,
how quickly you jumped on the analytics bandwagon.
That's right, I know. What you do is you do what Coach Petway tells you. That's what you do.
That keeps you on the floor. Woolley spins, kicks. Lou will put it on the deck this time. Rises up, missed everything, and the rebound pulled down by Jacoby Osborne. Mason Booth calls in a play. Pickens handles the basketball, the freshman between the circles. They leave Chimunga. He'll put it on the deck, runs into a wall, takes the contact, and he'll get himself to the free throw line.
Yeah, how about that? You know, they hedge and turn it into a trap. Release is really, Chimunga's just really the release, but he catches it, felt confident, put it on the floor, and got himself to the free throw line.
Chimunga already 0 for 2 from the free throw line today, and a 27% free throw shooter on the year.
Yeah, and they're 2 for 7 as a team. They need to hit a few of these.
That would look good. Up and in, 7 points. Nate's season high is 10. That was all the way back in the non-conference against Abilene Christian. How about that?
Yeah.
Coolly, calmly, knocks them both down. Just like that guy in the stands. It's just that easy. You just got to follow through.
All right, a little pressure here in the backcourt.
And a little shove from Chimunga over here right in front of us. That'll be the 16th foul on the Aggies. .4:16 to go here in half number one. Mexico State led for all but a couple of minutes of this one. Woolley handles the basketball. Gets it out on the wing. Lou gonna put it on the deck. Lost the handle and it's taken away by the Aggies. And Mexico State's done a pretty good job on Adrian Woolley.
Yeah, they have.
They have bobbled him up pretty well. Chimunga. Suddenly he's turned into the go-to guy on the offensive end, but that one's swatted.
Yeah, good help coming over by Lou for the block.
He'll kick it out. Cottle lines it up, knocks it down. The three ball goes. Fourth of the ball game for the Owls. Cottle really kind of carrying the offense here in the first half. He's got 9 points. That are still thinking of him here this March. Aggies have the ball and a 2-point lead. Osborne on the wing. Pickens gets in the paint, throws into Filipovic, who nearly scoops that thing up and in. Instead, he'll get himself a couple of free throws. Well, there are times where the Aggies drive it in the paint, and it looks like, where in the world are you going to go?
And there was nowhere to go. Luckily, Filipovic makes a really nice cut. And they find him in daylight just enough to kind of get in there, get it up on the rim.
That is the third foul on Ricardo Wright.
As you say, you know, the ebb and flows of a game, but in New Mexico State, that little lead, little cushion, and won the first segment. But Kennesaw State's kind of come alive. Some big threes. I think the momentum's kind of swung their way. They've cut this thing to a one-possession game.
Filipovic gets them both to fall. Jamil Miller checking in now for Kennesaw State. Another freshman. Had a nice year for them. Oh boy, Jason Hooten. I don't know what his vertical is, but he just maxed it out on his sideline. He wanted a walk on Ranji Gordon. I will swing the basketball, get in the hands of Cottle. Woolley on the other wing. He'll shoot the three. That is pure. That is the last thing the Aggies want to see is Adrian Woolley start to warm up. Scores 18.5 points per ball game. Carpenter on the wing. Now surrounded, looking for help. Somehow gets it to Pickens. 8 on the shot clock. Right back to Carpenter. They left him alone. That one too strong. And it will go out of bounds, staying with the Aggies. Bostic checking back in, as does Zadi Jackson. These teams splitting the two meetings earlier this year. The road team winning each contest. One thing that Jason Hooten was really proud of is he said how they performed away from home this year.
Yeah, 6-3 on the road, amazing.
Filipovic, 6 on the shot clock, kicks it out. Carpenter steps in, top of the key, 3. He knocks down another one, his 4th of the night. Right in rhythm, stepped right into his shot. Nobody to contest it. Woolley puts his head down, drives strong, can't convert. That one deflected out of bounds. It will stay with Kennesaw State. And now it's Antoine Petway's turn to complain about not getting the whistle. You say it time and time again, Naz, but come tournament time, you tend to see officials let you play a little bit more. We have seen that to this point so far here in Huntsville. We've seen it so far here in this ballgame.
And I think mostly what's great is it's been mostly at a consistent level. Game to game, team to team.
Lou runs right into Filipovic, and they're going to get the Aggie for the foul. I think he may take a shoulder to the mouth the way he reacted. That's going to be the 17th foul on New Mexico State, so they'll be shooting 1-1.
Yeah, Filipovic is, if he took one in the nose, maybe his eyes are watering. Like we were just saying, it's going to be physical.
Braden Lou to the free throw line, 65% there this year. Lou was the Georgia State High School 6A Player of the Year back-to-back years to finish out his high school career. And he's made the transition quite well to the Division I level.
Sure has. Talk about that nice nucleus of freshmen. They're at different positions too, which is really nice.
Filipovic handles it. Gordon on him. Carpenter, one more time. It looked good out of his hand, left it a little short. Kennesaw State with the rebound, a chance to tie or take the lead. Cottle weaving through traffic, goes into a crowd and ends up drawing the foul. Sometimes that's just when this team, I think, is at its best. It's a little bit frenzied.
Yeah, the defense,
you just get the ball to the rim.
Yeah, defense is retreating in transition. There's not been defensive matchups yet, and Cottle just coming at you 100 miles an hour. So good decision there. Take it right into the defender. Get the call.
Foul called on Jackson. Cottle with 10 points so far tonight. Cottle, the 4th leading scorer in Conference USA, and here at the stripe, he's 1st in free throw percentage. 88% on the season.
I mean, that's huge for a guy that's going to be there a lot because of the way he plays.
We're all tied up at 32, just over a minute to go here in half number 1. Lunga hands it off to Bostic. They left Chimanga, but that pass sails a little too tall. So the turnover gives it back to Kennesaw State. They'll have a chance to take a lead here late in the half. Now his last lead was 7-5. Woolley, bodies hit the deck, offensive foul. Chimanga just squared up and took it in the chest.
I mean, Woolley trying to come to a jump stop, just about 6 inches too short. Chimanga sells it, gets the call.
Second foul on Adrian Woolley. They will check him out of the ballgame, make sure he doesn't pick up a third one here in the last 50 seconds of this first half. Jason Newton screaming, go! Why are we walking it up the floor? He wants to run some offense. Bostic in the paint, no. The follow couldn't convert, and now a whistle. And that foul going to go against Kennesaw State. I think they got Ranji Gordon on the whistle. Antoine Petway wants an explanation. That's going to send Carpenter to the free throw line. That's Gordon's second as well. Meanwhile, New Mexico State, 6 of 12 from the free throw line here in the first half.
Yeah, offensive possession coming. Coach Petway brings Woolley back in.
Carpenter's been the offensive bright spot here so far, 12 points, but he misses both free throws. A 2 seconds difference between shot and game clock.
Yes.
Woolley handles it.
Just let the clock run, go get one shot, and get into the locker room.
That's a Bostic guarding Woolley. He's just waiting for that screen to come. Here it is. Whoa, my. Cottle went to slip the screen and ended up getting kind of tripped in the process. And so he's going to end up going to the free throw line. He went down hard.
Yeah, and if he feet tangled up or his hip.
Just kind of, you know what, he just almost ran into Bostic a little bit. Don't know that he stuck the foot out necessarily, but got into him, ended up drawing the foul and have a chance to put a couple points on the board, put his team in the lead here with 7.5 seconds left. With 12 points now for Simeon Cottle as Kennesaw State makes a substitution. Got Woolley out of there as well.
Well, there's enough time. New Mexico State can push that ball, make a pass or two. They can get a good look.
A little pressure now, make it a little more difficult. Hurd providing it. Trying to weave through traffic. Off the window, it's good.
Smart play. Coast to coast. Full.
The winner move on to the Conference USA semis and face the number 1 Liberty. Billy Povich takes a handoff, trying to in on Lou, fading away and is blocked. Good defensive play by the freshman.
Yeah, stood his ground, and even with the fade, he had to reach to block the shot, regather. Big stop.
Cottle's going to back it out, set up offense. Puts it on the deck, kick out to Woolley on the wing. Talking about trying to get him going a little bit in the second half. Lou looking for help, looking for his fellow freshman, gets it to him, 5 on the shot clock. Woolley just realizes it, working on Cook. Strong move, side. The block by Emmanuel Chimanga. Well, the Chimanga brothers are making an impact in this game tonight.
Yeah, they sure are. His defense held his ground. Chimanga came over with the block. That's good teamwork right there.
Christian Cook, 3-ball. That rims out. Offensive rebound by Chimanga. Now Bostic drives into traffic. Trying to get it to Chimanga. That one taken away.
Yeah, that's should have won.
Oh, Cottle, the crossover up the window, gets it to go.
So dangerous. A sweet move in transition by Simeon Cottle.
Boy, that kid in the open floor,
look
it
out.
is a nightmare if you're on that Aggie bench. So Kennesaw State takes the lead. Willie Povich swings it over Christian Cook. Scotty Jackson has it now. Driving, scooping, no. Rims off the rebound once again to Lou. He's having a great ball game on the glass. Rebound of the night.
Yeah, on the glass, and we just got a block a couple possessions ago. Hit a couple threes.
Cottle, three ball. That goes down. Simeon Cottle is warming up. He's got 18.
He is feeling it. In transition from three.
Like that, Kennesaw State, a little 5-0 run to begin the second half.
And Cottle, the one guarding Christian Cook, and he's held him down. He's done a great job on him so far. Chasing him around.
Cook, between the legs dribble, goes right in the chest of Cottle, and there's his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, you could tell that's what they needed to do. That's what he needed to do. Take it, force it in there, get yourself on the board, get yourself going, Christian Cook.
Woolley takes a little contact, doesn't bother him, finishes with the left hand.
They can take it out. Let me take one here, too.
Yeah, you got to think those guys probably feed off each other a little bit, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. And with Cottle scoring, the attention goes there. Opened up a little seam for Woolley.
Jackson somehow got his own miss in amongst the trees and ends up drawing the foul. Here was Cottle, open floor, just absolutely shook Jackson.
Yeah, and the trailing hands trying to block it, just couldn't get there in time.
And then just a moment later, give him an open look from downtown.
Yeah, just coming off the ball exchange, so I mean, not set. That's a tough thing. Going left, it's got his feet set, squared up. He's in rhythm now, man.
This has been where the struggles have been most obvious tonight for New Mexico State, and they continue. 6 for 14 from the free throw line. Every coach says, free throws so important when you get late in the season or late in the game. And that's 8 potential points. Not been able to convert. That one falls. Jackson 3 points tonight. A guy that averages almost 11 per game, so he hasn't really been able to get it going offensively either. Woolley trying to back in on Osborne.
He's looking for something.
Gets into Gordon, kicks it out. Cottle drives right in the body, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Christian Cook. And that will be the third on Cook. Here we are, a little more than 3 minutes into the second half, and he picks up his third foul.
Yeah, quick ball movement. Just hard to recover. He was in the gap. And when you catch that ball, you do not have a lot of time to recover. Getting there late results in the blocking foul.
That one knocked out of Cottle's hands, but stays with the Owls. And I hope you can't read lips at home. Here to start this second half, Kennesaw State's made 3 of its first 4 shots from the field. Really struggled to find the offense early in the first half, but really since then have settled in. Lou, 3 ball, yes.
Oh.
Brady Lou.
Man, he has been the difference so far in this game.
11 points, 8 rebounds.
He's been that X factor. You knew about the stars, Cottle, Woolley. Who else would step up? It's been Braden Lou so far, big time.
Right, you only need one other guy to contribute, right? Got those 2 scores like the Owls do, and tonight Lou has been that man. Meanwhile, the foul called on Hurd.
Yeah, you just knew there's going to be so much defensive attention on those guys that other guys may have some opportunities, and Lou has made the absolute most of those.
Kennesaw State has pushed their lead to 7, largest lead of the night. New Mexico State, we mentioned at times, can be a little offensively challenged. Needs to find a little spark on this end. Billy Povich gives it up. Pickens, 4 on the shot clock. Not sure he's aware of it. He is now trying to free himself. Just throws up a prayer. Almost banked it in.
Good defensive possession by Kennesaw right there. Again, we brag about the defense, but they can lock it down to it.
Oh! Adrian Woolley behind the back into the 3 ball, and Kennesaw State stretches its lead to 10.
So many years.
Let's take a listen to him.
Mount Aggies have it, trying to score to our right in crimson. Pickens to the top of the key, passes left arc, Carpenter bounces. Cook takes a corner 3, blocked by Braden.
Building we played it. So a real flashback for him coming into this gym.
Yeah, and what a job he's done with this Kennesaw State team. Not only this year in Conference USA, but preparing them to make the jump. Right, A-Sun, and that's a big jump coming to Conference USA. He had them ready, recruiting and playing. Just a great job so far by Antoine Petway.
I mean, we saw 2 teams last year make that jump in Liberty and Jacksonville State. I'm going to say it, Kennesaw State has made the transition look a little bit easier than those programs.
Yeah, and knowing how difficult it is, it was kind of unknown, but man, they have jumped right in here, and they look at home. They are at home.
Bucket for Kyle, he's got 20. They left Chimunga by his lonesome. Nate Chimunga has matched his season high with 10 points. He's the second leading scorer. He and Carpenter, the 2 leading scorers for the Aggies.
Well, there's such attention going to Cook to keep him in check, and Filipovich, they're letting other guys see if they can beat him.
Nearly a steal. Woolley ends up finally getting a handle. Ronji Gordon now will slow things down. 8 shot clock. Blue cut off, lost it. Carpenter hits the floor and ends up getting whistled for the foul. All right, with more on the Aggies, let's check in with Annie.
Yeah, Matt, Coach Newton's main message to the team was we're having trouble guarding anybody right now. They're hitting wide open threes. We have to contain them in that aspect. He told Christian Cook, too, offensively, you have to be patient, and then told the rest of his team, if we're going to make anything happen, it has to be right now.
Yes, that's a fine line, right? Especially for a scorer. Patience, but at the same time, what do they say? Sometimes you just need to shoot yourself out of it, right? So that is a fine line to try to figure that out. Lou
off the dribble.
Just makes it look easy. Getting to the rim for 2 more. Got 13 points to go along with 9 rebounds.
Yeah, the defender kind of flew at him because he's hit some threes, and Lou was off the bounce, and, man, just great body control. Nice soft finish.
Pickens through traffic, hands it off. The first shot, no. Follow thrown down by Carpenter, and the foul. So as Chimunga with the athletic play wasn't able to convert, Carpenter for the follow.
Yeah, I thought Chimunga was just going to go attack the rim, but he kind of did a little scoop up and under. Carpenter sees it. Nice finish. Gets himself a chance for a 3-point play.
Foul going on Ronji Gordon. That's his 3rd.
But yeah, going back to your thought, Matt, like, yeah, you got to get, if you're a Christian, you got to force something. You know, you're that good. He's a guy that can just, you know, one basket could spark him for a hot streak. They that.
Now a little pressure being shown by Mexico State. This can provide a spark. Nearly a steal as Pickens almost stepped in front of that one. Woolley now bumped, and the foul going to go against the Aggies. As we see a lot of freshmen.
Yep.
Adrian Woolley, like the physicality, it does not faze him at all. In fact, he delivers more physicality with the ball in his hand than he takes.
That's for sure. You know, and again, he's strong, he's quick. Plays under control.
Kennesaw State's made their last 7 shots from the field. Woolley looking for help. That one picked off. By Harris. Goes into the trailing Pickens, and they'll reset the offense. Calls in instructions. See if he can dial one up here. They get it into Carpenter. Out to Filipovich. He'll spot up from 3. That rattles through. Peter Filipovic, not a great three-point shooter on the season, just 22%, but he gets that one to fall.
And they needed that one, and maybe that'll get him going.
Gets them back to within 6. Lou, right into the chest of Carpenter. Got him in the air. He recovered quickly. Got the block, and now Filipovic taps it free and steals the ball. Filipovic, full head of steam, and ends up drawing the foul.
Great there by Carpenter. Elders Brown got the block shot. We didn't see it there, and then Filipovic comes up with a loose ball.
Carpenter quick off the ground. They got him up in the air initially.
Yeah,
usually you think, okay, I got the pump fake, got him in the air, now I can score. They got off the ground quickly and was able to block it. Filipovic goes to the spin, pump fakes, can't convert. Carpenter there, no. And that one tapped away to the Owls. A couple of good looks.
It's a war zone in the nothing easy.
Oh my! And a block call on Philly.
They're ready to get the ball back on the baseline with a full reset.
Yeah, flagrant one. They're going to shoot some free throws. They'll get the ball on the other end, but it's tournament time. The stakes are high. You've got to keep your emotions in check.
And for New Mexico State, you've got to hit your free throws. The first one goes down for Osborne. I just think all eyes are on you right then.
Yeah.
If you're ever going to not be able to get away with something like that, it's right after the official has pulled you aside and said, cut it out.
That's right.
Osborne hits 1 of 2 from the strike.
You have all the momentum.
Right.
You're in the lead. Something like that can fire up another team and get them a little extra motivation. You don't need to do that.
So free throws and the basketball for New Mexico State. Just over 12 minutes to go in this ball game. Pickens gives it over to Jaden Harris. Now Filipovic will go to work. Trying to power his way in. Takes a little contact, steps through, scoops it up, no. The rebound, picked up, laid up, no. Rims off, Filipovic grabs it again. A whistle and a foul call.
Wow, New Mexico State hitting the offensive glass. A couple great looks, but that thing would not go down. But they kept at it. Filipovic to the line.
We'll see. One official was saying it may have been called on the floor.
Yeah.
So Filipovic, like any good offensive player, immediately walks to the line to try to talk him into it. But they say, nope, it's on the floor.
Yeah, underneath the basket.
Foul on Sherman. That's his third. Now 5 different Owls with 3 fouls. Harris, baseline jumper, off the mark. Somehow Filipovic gets his hands on it, bucket, and the foul.
I told you that I really like what he does. He does the dirty work. He's kind of just this gritty guy. He stuck his nose in there, came up with an offensive rebound and a putback.
He's a junkyard dog, Nas.
Yeah.
He absolutely is. I don't even know how he ended up with this basketball. You saw about 3 guys around it.
Yeah, a little bit of a right place, right time.
Absolutely.
But you got to be willing to kind of get in there and bang around, and he does, gets the finish and the foul.
Filipovic now 10 points, 5 rebounds. And it's a 10, make it a 9-0 run. It'll be 10 if he knocks down this free throw for the Aggies. So Kennesaw State had pushed that lead to 12.
And remember how they got this ball back.
That's right.
From the technical, from the flagrant.
So a 3-point play makes it a 2-point game. A 10-0 run, and the Aggies needed it most. What was it Andy told us? Jason Hooten said, we got to go now. We need to make a move. They've done it. Lou in the paint. Missed the short one, and it comes away to the Aggies. Boy, he had it uncontested at the rim.
Almost 2 open. Lou's done such a great job.
A chance to tie or take the lead on this possession for the Aggies. Chamunga down the paint. Took a little contact. No, Filipovic there again, lays it in for 2. The kid is relentless. A little more firepower than maybe we've seen at times. Certainly, you go back to that last meeting where Kennesaw State scored 49. Already surpassed that with more than 11 minutes to go. Cottle, top of the key, trying to answer, and he does. Boy, the smooth stroke, and Cottle's got 23.
It sure was. Just came off that little handoff, got himself Squared up, pretty shot.
Splitting the defenders off the window. It's a goaltend. Gabe Pickens did a great job splitting the two Owls defenders and getting to the rim.
And Gordon was coming hard. I think he just got there a split second too late. The ball had touched the glass. Nice drive by Pickens.
Woolley crosses the timeline. Mexico State showing a little pressure here and there.
I think that's kind of done them good to just kind of get something else moving and kind of get some energy off your defense.
This time, Pickens a little too aggressive, picks up the foul. That's the 5th team foul on New Mexico State, 7 on Kennesaw.
Yeah, you start watching that, you know, who can get into the bonus and get to the free throw line.
Lou gives it right back to his fellow freshman, Woolley. Woolley just trying to get some room to operate. Mexico State doing a good job. Cottle now gives it back to him, 8 on the shot clock. The baseline drive into traffic, no on the first attempt. The second one gets home as Jamil Miller's on the board.
Came over, took a swipe at that thing.
Blotted out the sun there for a minute. 3 ball on the other end, rattles out. Loose on the deck, Chimanga comes away with it. Another offensive rebound for the Aggies. Jackson on the deck, lost the handle, a tie up. The ball will go back to Kennesaw State.
Wow, loose ball. Jamil Miller dove on that thing. He's coming up limping, but man, he got the Owls a possession right there. It looked like he just lost his footing, Jackson did, and that ball came loose. Like a fumble, Miller dove on it.
Just over 10 minutes to go in this ball game. As you've gotten a sense over the last few minutes, kind of a healthy desperation on both sides, right? You realize what's at stake. You realize this could be the last time you take the floor this season. And both teams cranking up the intensity just a bit.
Yeah, nothing easy on the offensive end for either team. Everything is a battle. Because yet time is ticking down. I mean, both teams, you know, one possession game. I think it's going to stay this way all the way through. So you got to be smart, tough. Both coaches talked about their teams being resilient and being able to handle the adversity in different ways that they've seen over the course of the season. Well, now it's when it's tested the most.
Now, what was it Jason Hooten said? He said, everybody talks about how we in Kennesaw State are different. He goes, I just look at how we're the same.
Yeah.
We're both a bunch of tough dudes that just go out there and battle.
That's right.
We have seen that tonight. Feed inside to Chimanga. Gets it to his brother. He'll take the short little jumper. That goes down. Chimanga to Chimanga. First points of the night for Emmanuel.
Well, they're definitely not going to give Christian Cook a split second to get something off, and Chimangas have come up big.
And now a foul. That's going to go on Zadie Jackson. I was about to say he did a great job holding off Jamil Miller, but he just held on to him a little
too long. Yep, that's exactly right.
Some brotherly love here on that last possession. Nate to Emmanuel.
Yeah, they're kind of daring him to shoot it. And all night, when they've done that to either brother, these guys have come up big. You know, we've been talking about Simeon Cottle and his offensive output tonight. Certainly, he's electric. But I'm telling you, he's the guy that's guarded Christian Cook all night long. You got to mention the job he's done defensively.
Woolley with it on the wing. Spot up 3 on the way. Looked good out of his hand. Bounces on the rim a couple of times with the offensive rebound for the Owls. Jamil Miller couldn't connect, but they'll get another opportunity. Woolley in traffic. Gets it to Miller. Now he's stuck. Cottle with 8 on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper is silky smooth.
In the midst of the chaos, get the ball to Cottle. Just a sweet jumper.
25 points for Cottle. His season career high, by the way, 32 earlier this year.
Made possible by an offensive rebound. You just can't say it enough, especially it's tournament time. You've got to, your defensive possession doesn't end until you secure the rebound.
Carpenter off the mark, long rebound, comes out to Jackson. Little hesitation, now lost the ball, picked up by Carpenter in the paint. He's surrounded, fight for the ball. Do we have a tie-up? Yes, we do. The arrow points the way of the Aggies.
Yeah, Carpenter got the ball, but he brought it down low. And what he did, I don't know who it was. It was just a mass of humanity in there. But a couple guys, it went low, and they grabbed it for the tie-up. Biggs, you got to keep that thing high.
Foul called as
Roger
Gordon, who was trying to free themselves there.
Yeah,
It might have been Chimunga.
Yeah, Chimunga was trying to get free, and Roger Gordon got him locked up somehow.
So it's 1-1 for New Mexico State. But it will be Chimunga at the free throw line, as we told you, 27% this year. That is the fourth foul, though, on Ranji Gordon, so that is notable, and he's going to check out.
Yeah, there's enough time to call him over, let him cool down, get a little rest, let him regroup mentally.
Nate Chimunga, 10 points tonight. Been great coming off the bench. Almost banked it in. So an empty possession for the Aggies. 3-point lead for Kennesaw State, just over 8 to play. Now New Mexico State, 10 of 20 from the free throw line. Luke, hard drive right into the chest of Carpenter. Now kicks it out, Woolley. Take his turn, kicks to the corner, Cottle, 3. This kid is feeling it. 28 for Simeon Cottle.
Yeah, and made possible by Woolley. That penetration drew the help just enough off of Cottle that when he penetrated and kicked it, he had enough to get that off right in rhythm.
Hook, finally an open look, and it goes. Boy, did they ever need that.
They sure did. They needed it. Cook needed it.
First 3 of the game, just the second made shot for Christian Cook. He provides the answer. We're back to a one-possession ball game. Lou passed up the open 3.
Yeah,
and they'll reset.
Good decision.
A whistle, a wait. So we'll see if Cottle is able to shake that off. Obviously, that anytime he's not on the floor, that leaves a huge void for this Kennesaw State offense.
I can see him over there. They got him drinking some electrolytes. He's working on the bike a little bit just to keep, work that cramp out. I think we're going to see him shortly.
Mexico State gets a defensive stop. Chance to tie on this possession with the 3. Bostic cut off. Gets it back to Cook. Hit one from that spot a moment ago. That one's off the mark.
Yeah, his defender got caught up in the screen. He got a really good look. Doesn't go down for him.
With no Cottle, this might be Adrian Woolley time. He has the ball now. Tries to turn the corner, cut off. Bounce passing the traffic, and it's stolen. Ill-advised pass taken away.
Yeah, he thought Wright was going to keep driving. He tried to lead him a little bit.
Pick and pop. Carpenter open 3. That's pure. Robert Carpenter has 18, and we're tied up once again.
Amazing. He is just unconscious from 3. That thing was beautiful.
2 points off his season high. Cross-court pass. Miller going to go behind the back. Leans in. Off the window. No. Got his own miss. But first a whistle. They say the foul on the floor.
Miller, another one of the freshmen.
You know what? He didn't play a lot in the first half. Right. He's been very active here in the second. Yeah,
he's got himself in the mix down in the paint. A couple offensive rebounds and putbacks. This time gets himself to the free throw line.
Yeah, 6'6" freshman out of Washington State. That foul called on Carpenter a moment ago. Both teams in the bonus, shooting the rest of the way. On the year, Miller just a 53% free throw shooter. Now it's well strong, long rebound, chased down by Gabe Pickens. Meanwhile, after a pretty lengthy time on the bench, Filipovic back in the ballgame. Jason Hooten showing some patience, getting him a rest, probably going to ride him the rest of the way now.
Exactly.
Carpenter take away that space quickly, tries to back down his defender, gets to the right hand, flips it up and in. 20 for Robert Carpenter.
Yeah, Sherman was out on him at the arc. He was not going to give him a free look, and man, he did a great job taking it off the dribble, little spin.
Cottle is back, if you didn't notice, as he gets to the rim and draws the foul. So he'll get himself to the line, see if he can tie this one back up. Cottle's 10 free throws already tonight. He's 8 for 10.
Yeah, I mean, he's just so tough of a matchup. So quick, and he gets on the dribble. He's, you know, wiry and can bend his body, and if he doesn't finish, more often than not, he's going to make you foul him.
And then go to the free throw line, where he shoots it at 88%.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got a guy who the ball is in his hands so much, just running offense, and then when he goes, I was like, he's going to get to the free throw line night in, night out. And man, he is just money from there.
30 points for Simeon Cottle. He is carrying this team tonight. Just over 5 minutes to go, all tied at 63. Mexico State trying to free up Carpenter. Set a screen for him. Mid-range fadeaway jumper way short. Forced that one. Cottle with the basketball on the move. Now back it out. Christian Cook guarding him.
Yeah,
those two are going at it all night.
They're just going to let him.
A whistle and a foul called as that Carpenter that kind of just wrapped up Franquan Sherman.
Yeah, Sherman attacks off the dribble, and it's just legs and feet. Everybody got tangled up, and
actually got that one on Filipovic. That'll be his third.
Sherman to the line.
Sherman, sophomore, right there in Georgia. Has 4 points tonight. This game has been tied 6 times. It has been tight for much of the evening. Kennesaw State goes in front on the Sherman free throw. The Owls at one point had a 12-point lead with 14 minutes to go in this ball game, and that was the one point where you started to think, okay, maybe this one's going to get away from New Mexico State a little bit. They rallied with the 10-0 run, got right back into it. It's been nip and tuck since then. Filipovic going to bring the ball up, get them into their offense. Spins, gets in the lane, loses the handle, but a foul's going to be called. I think they got Lou reaching in.
Yeah, Lou just tried to dig down as Filipovic spun his way. You know, if you're in arm's distance, try to get your hand in there, and kind of grabs the wrist to send Filipovic to the line. It's one thing that you want to help, but now that both teams are in the bonus, you really got to be careful.
Filipovic has 14 points tonight with that free throw. And the Aggies, actually both teams, will be shooting 2 free throws now the rest of the way. Great second half for Peter Filipovic. He has 10 points here after halftime. 65 all. This has been the gritty, tough kind of game we expected it to be. Simeon Cottle's been right in the middle of it. He handles it now, kicks out. The drive, Woolley got all the way to the rim.
Yeah, Pickens reached for the pass, interception, came up empty, and that just left a wide open lane for Woolley straight to the rim.
Filipovic gets it to Cook. Boy, he had the opening for the 3, passed up on it. Now cut off, they get it back to Filipovic. Spins baseline. Tried to go through a defender, lost the handle. Kennesaw State comes away with it. Sherman waits for a guard to come get it. Woolley does so.
Yeah, Cottle limping. I don't know if that's the cramp or if he ended up on the floor again. He's just selling his body out for anything to get the win tonight.
Lou hands it off. Right drive. And he's fouled at the line. And as this may be a good time with all the physicality, we're seeing cramps, we're seeing guys on the deck, to mention the winner of this has to come back at 11:30 tomorrow Central Time and face the #1 seed Liberty. The quickest of quick turnarounds for whoever comes out of this ballgame.
Yeah, just the format that Conference USA has set up switches to the women's tournament in the evening. So, yeah, whoever wins, you got to get rest, ice, get to bed,
pickle juice, whatever it takes.
Mustard, whatever.
Filipovic spinning, hanging. Oh, the strength to finish in traffic. He puts New Mexico State back in front.
Amazing. Filipovic just willing himself to the rim to finish.
Yeah, hit that back. Just a one-point game now as that shot went down. Woolley, the flyby, steps in, left it short. The offensive rebound for the Owls.
Sherman on the glass. The Owls are so tough. You can't give this guy extra possessions.
You cannot. Cottle gives it up. The three from the wing, and it goes. Ricardo Wright with the big bucket.
Just when things had all turned to penetration, Ricardo Wright spots up for a big three for the Owls.
And now just an ill-advised foul on Wright. Got a little greedy. Take that back. It's Franquan Sherman on the whistle. All eyes on Cottle, right? He's had the big night.
Yeah.
Everybody looking at #5. And the presence of mind to kick it out for the 3 ball.
Yeah, Cottle had penetrated. That time Woolley, just before that, had pulled up off the dribble. They get the offensive rebound, hit Wright, spotted up out there on the wing, and he makes it count.
That was the 5th foul on Franquan Sherman. So his night has come to an end. Meanwhile, Filipovic to the free throw line shooting 2. With more on the Owls, let's check in with Annie.
Yeah, Matt, as hyped up as the Owls bench was after that 3, that's how they were feeling in the huddle too. Their head coach saying it's winning time right now. Get the rebounds, go get him defensively, make a play. He said, we know what we're doing on defense. And then he asked Simeon Cottle, hey, are you okay? And Simeon said, yeah, I'm good. He said, well, suck that pickle juice down because there's no rest tonight.
Everybody's in on the pickle juice.
Yeah.
2.5
It's a real thing.
It is a real thing. 2.5 minutes to go, 2-point ball game. Woolley beats his man, runs into a wall, and hits the deck. That foul going to be called on Nate Chimanga.
Yeah, and
now Woolley's a little
slams
shaken.
into Chimanga, but Woolley took the brunt of that collision.
A little gimpy, but
yeah, I mean, another thing that's a real thing is that quick turnaround.
Yeah.
The format, you're going to leave this floor tired and battered and have less than 24 hours to turn around and be back and have to play at a very high level.
Woolley tonight, 13 points. Make it 14. Freshman All-American. 5th leading scorer in the country for freshmen at 18.5 a ball game. Puts his team up 4. .226 to go. The later this gets, and the longer it remains tight, the more you think about 14 of 24 from the free throw line for New Mexico State.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. They're battling hard, but they've given away a lot at the free throw line.
Open 3, and it goes down. Gabe Pickens. They left him all alone. He's got 9 points tonight. A guy that averages 2 a game, Naz.
Oh, man, that was guts right there, taking that one. He made it count.
Back to a 1-point game. Cottle, the crossover. Gets in the lane, throws up a wild one, rims off. Chimanga grabs the rebound. New Mexico State a chance to take the lead. Filipovic, full head of steam. Now slams on the brakes, looking for help. Cook, left open, top of the key 3. off the mark. Battle for the rebound. It's taken by the Owls. But that was the look they've been dreaming of all night long for their best three-point. Woolley has it to begin the possession. They get it to Lou. Gonna try to drive it into traffic, off the window. Strong take from the freshman.
Yep, we mentioned Lou. He's had a great game. All attention went probably to Woolley and Cottle. Lou turns the corner. Nice drive for a finish.
Filipovic pulls up the long two. He banked it in. Oh, goodness.
I think that little extra was to get it over Lou's outstretched arm, but it was on target and true.
The mid-range bank takes it down to a one-point game. That ball nearly picked off. Now the pass back to Cottle. Drives, contact, draws the foul. I'll tell you this, Naz. Cottle is so crafty in the way that at times, and I think you would see on that replay, he initiates contact.
Gets his arm out in front of him, a little bit for protection, a little bit to start that contact. Great body control, and while he's doing that, he's got a great handle. You kind of force the officials to make the call. He gets the call, gets himself to the free throw line. He's lights out from there.
31 points. Cottle now 11 of 13 from the free throw line. And he is one free throw away from matching his career high.
Well, even on a make, it's a one-possession game. So you got Carpenter back in the game for New Mexico State, who's hit 5 threes. Filipovic out there. Not that you need a three. You still got time. You got to get a great
with the official before they put the ball in play. Filipovic running out of time. Finally gets it in to Gabe Pickens. Pickens looking for Cook off the curl. Lost the handle, got it back to Pickens. Filipovic now between the legs. Spins, double team comes, kick to Pickens. Pump fake, got his man in the air. 3 ball for the tie. Too strong, offensive rebound. No, a foul called. It's going to go against Kennesaw State, and they're going to get it on Braden Liu.
Wow, good defensive possession by Kennesaw. They force Pickens to take a step-back 3, but they don't secure the rebound. Carpenter, great job pulling it down and getting the foul. Yeah, I think they could settle for that, but Carpenter gets in there, kind of gets pulled down.
And the free throw line, the Achilles heel yet again tonight for New Mexico State. 14 for 25. So now, Naz, you make this one, and then you try to get the ball out of Cottle's hands and foul. Like, that's basically where they're at, right?
Yeah, because they can just
go for a steal, obviously. But
yeah, go for a steal, and they're just too good of a perimeter team. You can't let them run it down or run clock. You got to foul quick and save yourself as much time as you can.
All right, can you keep it out of number 5's hands?
Yeah. Maybe, but then you got Woolley over there too. I don't know that you can keep it out of both their hands.
End up letting him catch it.
See if they, here comes the trap.
They end up breaking it. Got a little dicey there for a moment. They cross the timeline. Now this is where you want to foul, right?
Yeah.
There it finally comes, but they burn 11 seconds off the clock before they get the foul on Ranji Gordon.
Yeah, and heads up play by Cottle. He ran right to Gordon, who had the ball, and I think he wanted to just get the hand back.
Now you think, all right, great. We got the big man has to score tonight. Gordon is an 82% free throw shooter. Now he's only been there 28 times on the season. That's the difference.
That may be the thing. And Gordon hasn't got there tonight. This is his first trip.
Held scoreless on the night. Couple of big ones coming here. And it rims off. That thing bounced on the rim 3 times.
Well, that was huge because now even on the make, it's still a one-possession game. So coming down the other way, Cook's got to be an option. Filipovic has to be an option. They'll need a 3 look coming down the other way.
Gordon, a chance to make it a 3-point game. And he gets it. Well, here you go, New Mexico State. They do still have a timeout left, and Hooten wants it. They cross the timeline, use their final.
And hopefully for some free throw misses, but so a couple ways to go here. If you get a good look, though, from three, you got to let it fly. Cook, Pickens, Filipovich, Carpenter.
Right.
I mean, Carpenter's been the hottest. Let's see if they maybe run him off of something to get a look from three.
Pickens on the catch.
It looks like they're going to just go for one shot for all the marbles.
And it's going to have to be a three now. Carpenter trying to free himself. Rises up over Lou. Off the mark. Offensive rebound. The layup is good, and the foul! A late whistle. And one for Jacoby Osborne.
Oh, my goodness. I was almost going to tell Osborne he should be kicking it out for three, but makes the putback and gets the foul. Oh, my goodness.
Just the fight to get this offensive board. They had kind of run the clock down where they had no choice but to hoist a three. Osborne, I'm with you. Initially, you're like, no. Right. And then when you heard the whistle, everyone behind that Aggie bench said, oh, yes, that is exactly what we need. And now a chance to tie the game at the stripe. Osborne on the year, 56% free throw shooter. In this ball game, 2 for 4. Biggest free throw of his life. Too strong. Rebound, they got a foul. And they weren't aware enough to commit the foul. 2 more seconds burn off. And now it's going to be awfully tough for the Aggies with 1.6 remaining.
Yeah, look, Osborne misses, feels bad. I just love seeing how his teammates went over to him. Picking him up, smacking him on the back, not letting him hang his head.
1.6 left. It's going to take a miracle now as Woolley goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, now they got to be, they'll shoot 2, but
that's the first.
I mean, if he makes it, it gives you the opportunity to inbounds a long pass, and with 1.6, you'll be able to get one off. Some people would say just miss it, because the ball will bounce around for a second before anybody can gather it and launch one from 85 feet.
Woolley gets them both. So here you go. Desperation time. A chance for a heave.
Yeah, you got to try to get this thing at least to mid-court. Maybe get somebody on the fly, running out.
Throw it in. Fires a fastball. Cook
go
on the run from half court. Oh, he nearly banked it in.
Oh, my goodness. What a game, Matt.
Christian Cook